Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 7. Now just a quick, heads up, there's just people doing roadworks or some sort of construction with a jackhammer around me. They've been going all day. I don't know when it's going to stop, so if you can hear something in the background, that's what it is. Hopefully you can't hear it. But anyway, we have DC Fandom in about a week from now. Obviously this being the second half or second part, as we also had DC Fandom a few weeks ago as well. But of course that one was focusing on the the cinematic side of DC and what's to come over there in the next or the near future in the next couple of years. Now at this point in time, it does suggest that all the panels will be available on demand as soon as the event starts for this second part. So you can watch, say, the Stargirl panel straight away, whilst your friend watches the Flash panel and your brother watches the Batwoman panel, and so on and so forth. I don't think I have to give every single possible combination, otherwise we would be here for quite a while. However, there has been chatter online that they would do the same thing that they did for the first DC Fandom event and have like a live stream event sort of thing, showing the panels one at a time, and then after they play once on that live stream, the panels will then be available on demand. Who knows what route they will go. The TV schedule from start to finish, like all these panels and also comic panels and stuff, with all of them, lined up and they all play once, I think it's about 12 hours long, maybe 12 and a half hours. So 12 hours of the event could be live and the other half on demand. But I'm sure they will let us know over the next few days, you'd think, before it starts, if they are looking into a live or looking to do a live portion of the event or not. I think it works either way, but a live event helps for trending and interactivity online. So for that, it would be better if it was live. But then again, there's not like there's going to be a lot of trailers or footage to release for these TV shows, unlike what we saw with the movies, where there was stuff to release, so it helped if the event was live because people could react to the trailers and everything like that. Now, of course, in the first DC Fandom event, we actually had a panel for the Flash TV show as well as Titans. However, both of these panels were cut down versions of the original panels that were made, with over half of the panel being cut in both cases. So the full 40 or so minute versions of these are coming in the next week or so. But due to them being cut down, certain questions that were answered and information that was revealed, that original event was actually spliced up and not either shown in full or not shown in context for the rest of the panel, which was clear by the editing and various things like that. And also just like the random bringing up of certain things. Like I think like the fact that Godspeed was brought up and said, oh, he's the villain. It's like, well, hold on, that wasn't even not confirmed anyway. So they confirm it somewhere else in the panel. So it's things like that. Now, of course, one of the big questions that is being brought up outside of story-based things over the past, few seasons or so has, of course, been the coveted and mysterious and, oh my god, are they coming, Gold Boots upgrade for the Flash suit. Now, a question around this was actually asked at this like shortened version of the Flash panel at Fandom, which we will have a look at right now.
For Grant, which from all over the world wanted to know this, when will we get to see the Flash in the iconic gold boots?
This might be a question for me, but really it's for Eric, because I don't know if this is saying too much, but if it were up to me, it would have been like 2 seasons ago.
So obviously when he is asked about the highly requested and wanted gold boot upgrade to the Flash suit, Grant Gustin, who of course plays Barry Allen, aka the Flash, says that if it were up to him, like if he got to make the decision, we would have had them, brought into the show a couple of seasons ago, and that this is more of a question suited for Eric Wallace, who of course is the showrunner for the Flash. Now, Eric Wallace has said recently in other interviews that the gold boots would come to the show, but he wouldn't give a specific time frame to that. He's not saying, season 6 episode 18 or season 7 episode 7. He's not saying that. Now, in that interview on the panel, after Grant speaks, it just speaks off in a really, or it cuts off, might I say, in a very strange way after he stopped speaking. And I think it was fairly clear that Eric Wallace was about to speak and add on to what Grant was saying, because the question just goes past really quickly, and why would you bring it up if you're just going to pass it off so quickly? It was just very odd. So this begs the question, at this point in the panel, would Eric have confirmed that the gold boots would be coming to season 7 of The Flash? It is important to remember that these questions were like vetted and gone over by I guess, both DC and Warner Brothers. So they wouldn't just ask a question unless it would provide an interesting answer that's worth putting in this panel. So I think it's safe to say, or at least we should be confident, might I say, that we will get a reveal or at least confirmation of the gold boots for The Flash Season 7. If it doesn't happen after the tease last season and interviews, and then this piece in the fandom panel, man, I think a good amount of people would be triggered, because I just don't understand why it would be brought up if you're not going to reveal it. You know what I mean? Hopefully you guys understand what I'm going for. Like, there's so many more questions they could ask where you get a, like, somewhat worthwhile answer, because it's actually going to happen, or it's, you know, it actually provides some, you know, content, if you want to call it, for the fans, rather than saying, oh no, they're not coming, so yeah, sorry for asking, like, sorry that, you know, you keep asking, we just keep ignoring it. So I think we should expect them to announce it. I think they would announce it rather than show us it, unless they have concept art. Now, I guess a big question around this, and I think a lot of people have been like theorizing it ever since like Eric Wallace sort of first hinted at the gold boots, is how does Barry get the gold boots? Now, they could go down some like Speed Force route where for some reason the Speed Force would change his boot color or something like that, or maybe even give him a new suit in general where the gold boots are a part of it. But I think it would be probably most people's predictions and thoughts and stuff if it was someone on Team Flash that just went, oh, here's some gold boots. Or whether it's Cisco, or maybe even saying that this person's coming to the show of late. It could be Chester that maybe goes, because he seems he's a fan of the Flash, obviously. So be like, hey, I really thought that, you know, gold boots would always rock well with that suit. So maybe he could be the one that give the gold boots. I think that might annoy people because Cisco's been the suit guy. But it wouldn't surprise me the slightest if either Chester makes them or either suggests them. Maybe Cisco makes them, but Chester comes up with the idea for them. Who knows? Now, this brings up a question about the Season 7 suit in general. Will the boots just be added to the Season 6 suit, and that's just like a very small upgrade? Or overall, will we get an upgraded suit for Season 7 with the gold boots being a part of that upgrade as well? And I'm not saying it's a massive change like we saw from like Season 4 to Season 5 in regards to the suit. But it's just like an overall new suit. So it's still the same like general look, but maybe it has a bit more gold to it, and there's little changes here and there to the point where you're like, yeah, they've changed the entire suit, but they haven't changed it completely like we saw, as I said, from like Season 4 to 5. So it'll be interesting to see what they do there in regards to upgrades. But yeah, maybe they just add the gold boots and that's it. But yeah, guys, to finish off the video, just going to go over some fan questions. If you do have any other questions that you would want answered in videos, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Always good to do that. But yeah, we got 3 here, so let's go over them, and they're pretty interesting. So the first one comes from Ashley, and they asked, do you think they should put The Flash as 13 episode series like Stargirl? Do you think that would increase the budget of the episodes? Now, I think this is a common misconception around the show, like as if, oh, like they could just drop to one, they drop the, you know, the episode numbers and use their budget more effectively. Like they could, you know, if they drop it from 20 to 13, they almost get double the budget per episodes. That's not how it works on network TV or just TV in general. You don't get mainly on network TV, which is what The Flash is and all the Arrowverse stuff is. You don't get a just budget per season, then you get to decide how many episodes you make from that. Your budget is based off how many episodes you're doing and how much revenue they think that's going to bring in, you know, profit margins, everything like that. So let's just say for 22 episodes a season, you'll get 60 million to make the entire season. But if you only do 13, you only might get 30 or 35 or something. You're not going to get an average, you're not going to be able to take 60 million and put it into 13 episodes. You'll still get the average of like 3 million an episode, if you want to call it. So it doesn't work the way a lot of people think it works. And also, I've always said this, no matter the episode count, whether it's 13 or 73, you'd still get the same quality if you have a bad showrunner as the same as if you had a good showrunner. The showrunner is the main reason a show works in regards to episode counts, whether they drag or not. And that's been the Flash's issue. They didn't have the greatest showrunner before Eric Wallace came in. There was a bit of a rough period where the showrunner wasn't that great. But Eric Wallace sort of changed it up in season 6 and kept it fresh with that new style. And hopefully we keep going with that. Mega Wubba asks, do you think the event of Crisis will set up a new version of Nora West Allen and introducing her twin brother? In regards to Nora, I'd say no, because overall that character wasn't really that well received. I don't think we're going to get anything where like they're even main parts. Like I think I've said this before, my only thought as to where they do Tornado Twins in the future is literally the series finale, and we see like the legacy of the Flash and the Flash family, and we see them in the future and their like comic book costumes and stuff like that. That's all I could see. I don't see them being a major part unless it's literally for one episode where Barry randomly goes to the future, or those two come back, but then you're sort of repeating what Nora did. So yeah, I don't see them setting up a new version of Nora because, as I said, wasn't the most overly well received character. And then finally, Nathan Wong asked, will Season 7 see Caitlyn's mother's ice powers, since they were teasing it in Season 5? I think originally they had plans. to do it in Season 6. Then Danielle Panabaker got pregnant and it was hard to do it. And in Season 7, they have this big issue where they're going to have less episodes due to COVID. I don't know. This might be one thing that they just have to sort of retcon or forget about, or do really quickly in like one episode. They might have had planned to do it like it's an arc going over one half of the seasons in the background. It's like a side arc with both Caitlyn and her mother and maybe another character or two. But because of COVID and they're going to have less episodes in Season 7 and various things like that, and also Danielle Panabaker is probably not going to come back in until about a few episodes into Season 7, I don't see there being a lot of time spent on this. So they might only spend an episode or two on it, where they would have maybe spent more time on it in the background. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm just not expecting them to do too much with this compared to what they would have done before. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions on what we went over. Do you think we'll get the gold boots? I think we will. They'll announce it. But if you disagree, let me know. And if you have any theories as to how he could get them specifically, I'd be curious to hear them as well in the comments. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.